Welcome to a culinary adventure around the globe. Now, I've spent a lifetime seeking out the strange and delicious, the kind of food that makes you think twice and then dive right in. Today we're diving into some of the most fascinating and unusual dishes from different cultures. These aren't your grandma's recipes, folks. We're talking about delicacies that might make you squirm, but also make you appreciate the incredible diversity of food around the world. Get ready to explore flavors and traditions that are truly distinctive. All right, food adventurers, let's kick things off in Japan with fugu, the pufferfish that's as exquisite as it is dangerous. You see, this fish harbors a deadly secret in its liver and ovaries tetrodotoxin, a neurotoxin so potent it could stop your heart with just a tiny dose. Now you might be thinking, why on earth would anyone risk it? Well, the answer lies in the taste. Fugu, when prepared by a licensed chef who spent years mastering the art of removing the poison, is an experience like no other. Imagine the most delicate, almost translucent slices of fish, so fresh it melts in your mouth, served with a ponzu dipping sauce. It's a dance with danger, a culinary tightrope walk, and for many Japanese, it's a risk worth taking for a taste of the extraordinary. Next stop, Mexico, where we're digging into a delicacy that might make your skin crawl. But trust me on this one, escamoles. These little morsels aren't your average picnic fare. We're talking ant larvae, folks. Harvested from the roots of agave plants, these little guys have been a prized food source since the Aztec Empire. Now I know what you're thinking. Ants? Really? But hold your horses. Escamoles have this incredible nutty, buttery flavor and a texture that's almost like cottage cheese. You can find them sautéed with butter and spices, served alongside tortillas, or even folded into tacos. It's a taste of ancient Mexico, and once you get past the initial shock, it's surprisingly delicious. Hold on tight, because we're heading to South Korea for a culinary experience that's not for the faint of heart. Sannakji. Imagine this. A plate of freshly chopped octopus tentacles, still squirming, still clinging to life, waiting to be dipped in sesame oil and devoured. That's Sannakji, my friends. This dish is all about freshness, about the sensation of those suction cups clinging to your mouth as you chew. It's a textural adventure, a bit of a wrestling match with your food, and a true testament to the Korean love affair with seafood. Just be sure to chew carefully, those suckers are persistent. Back to Mexico we go, and this time we're tackling a delicacy that might look a little funky but tastes absolutely divine. Huitlacoche, also known as corn smut. Now, before you turn your nose up, let me explain. This isn't your average corn on the cob. We're talking about a fungus that infects the corn kernels, turning them into these swollen, greyish-black beauties. But here's the thing, Huitlacoche has an earthy, almost truffle-like flavour that's prized by chefs and foodies in the know. You can find it in quesadillas, soups and tacos, adding a rich, savoury depth to any dish it graces. It's a reminder that sometimes the most unexpected ingredients can lead to the most incredible flavours. Our culinary journey takes us next to China, where we're cracking open a delicacy that's been centuries in the making, the century egg. No, it doesn't actually take 100 years to make, but trust me, it's been preserved for quite some time. Picture this, duck, chicken or quail eggs nestled in a mixture of clay, ash, salt and lime for weeks or even months. What emerges is an egg transformed. The yolk takes on a dark green, almost creamy texture, while the white becomes a firm amber jelly. It's a symphony of pungent aromas and intense flavours, salty, earthy, and unlike anything you've ever tasted. The century egg is a true testament to the Chinese art of preserving and transforming humble ingredients into culinary treasures. Fasten your seatbelts, folks, because we're about to enter the world of Surströmming, Sweden's fermented herring that's notorious for its pungent aroma. Now, I've smelled some ripe cheeses in my time, but Surströmming is in a league of its own. Imagine a can of herring fermented for months, releasing a wave of, shall we say, unique fragrance upon opening. It's traditionally enjoyed outdoors, preferably far from any unsuspecting noses, served on thin flatbread with potatoes and onions. The taste? Surprisingly mild, slightly sour and fishy, but it's the smell that will stay with you. Surströmming is not for everyone, but for those brave souls who dare to try it, it's an unforgettable experience. Our next adventure takes us to the Great White North, Canada, where we're diving into a dish that's as Canadian as maple syrup jellied moose nose. Now, before you wrinkle your nose, this traditional indigenous delicacy is a true taste of the wilderness. Imagine a moose nose boiled until tender, then set into a jiggly, gelatinous loaf. It's seasoned with spices, sometimes onions and garlic, and the result is a surprisingly flavorful and unique dish. The texture is definitely interesting, somewhere between a terrine and a head cheese, and it's a testament to the resourcefulness and culinary traditions of Canada's First Nations people. From the wilds of Canada, we're sailing over to England for a taste of Cornwall's quirky culinary tradition, stargazy pie. Picture this, a savoury pie crust, filled with a creamy sauce, potatoes and whole sardines, their little heads poking through the crust as if gazing up at the stars. This whimsical dish has a fascinating history, said to have originated from a brave fisherman who saved his village from starvation. The sardines, baked heads and all, are a symbol of abundance and good fortune. It's a dish that's sure to spark conversation at your next dinner party and a testament to the creativity and folklore found in British cuisine. Okay, coffee lovers, buckle up because we're about to enter the world of Kopi Luwak, the world's most expensive and controversial coffee. Now, this isn't your average cup of joe. This coffee is made from beans that have been eaten and are processed by the Asian palm civet, a small mammal. The civets eat the coffee cherries, digest the fruit, but leave the beans intact. These beans are then collected, cleaned, roasted and brewed into a coffee that's said to have a smoother, less bitter flavour due to the civet's digestive enzymes. Whether it's worth the hype and the price tag is debatable, but there's no denying that Kopi Luwak is one of the most unique and talked about coffees in the world. Our next stop takes us to Cambodia, where we're facing our fears and crunching down on some fried tarantulas. Now, I know what you're thinking, spiders as food? But in the town of Skuon, these eight-legged critters are a popular snack, often sold by street vendors. The tarantulas are marinated in a blend of sugar, salt and sometimes garlic, then deep-fried until crispy. The taste? Surprisingly like soft-shell crab, with a slightly nutty flavour. It's a crunchy, protein-packed snack that's not for the arachnophobic, but a testament to the adventurous spirit of Cambodian cuisine. Our culinary journey takes us to the icy landscapes of Greenland and the Arctic regions, where we're trying a traditional Inuit delicacy, Muktuk. This dish is not for the faint of heart, my friends. We're talking about whale skin and blubber, often eaten raw, frozen, pickled or fried. Now, I know it might sound a little intense, but Muktuk is a vital source of nutrients for the Inuit people, rich in vitamin C and essential fatty acids. The taste? Well, it's definitely unique, chewy, fatty, with a slightly salty and fishy flavour. It's a true taste of the Arctic, a testament to the resilience and resourcefulness of the Inuit people who have thrived in one of the harshest environments on Earth. Our final stop takes us to the Middle East and Eastern Europe, where we're warming our souls with a hearty bowl of Khash. This ancient dish is not for the squeamish folks. It's a rich, gelatinous soup made from boiled cow or sheep's feet and head, sometimes even tripe. Now, before you turn your nose up, Khash has been a staple for centuries, a dish that's both economical and incredibly nourishing, especially during the cold winter months. It's typically seasoned simply with salt, pepper and garlic, and often served with bread for dipping. Khash is a reminder that food is more than just sustenance. It's a reflection of history, culture and tradition. And there you have it, 12 unusual dishes from around the world. From the depths of the ocean to the heart of the jungle, we've explored the weird, the wonderful and the downright delicious. Which one would you dare to try? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more culinary adventures.